Quilt Shop here. Thank you very much for joining us today. This is Long Arm Wednesday. We're working on the donation quilt for one of the MacDougal boys. What I had started out, we've already filmed this, but we had some technical mic issues and we really want to make sure everybody's happy. So we're shooting it again, and unfortunately I had a visitor here earlier and now she's not, and I'm kind of sad by that. So really, I miss you already, Angie. Fantastic. I just love this woman. I tell you, she's my sister from another mother and from another country. But anyways, she actually brought us some lovely fabric for the MacDougal parents to do their quilt. I just did a little flip here. You can see it on the little camera. We got some lovely, beautiful, beautiful fabrics and this beautiful little 10-pack here. You can see all those fabrics. Aren't they just lovely and delicious? Oh my gosh, so nice of her. So this is what we're going to use for our weekend project. So if you guys tuned in for that last week, or on the Saturday, which we were putting one of these two quilts together, it was the green one that disappeared. Anyways, the green one. And so if you want to follow along, please do. It's modafabrics.com, and it's the little charm quilt or something like that. It's I'm sure you'll find it if you just look for it. Anyways, so we're going to finish off here what we've been plugging away at, and I was just trying to do like a big sun up in the corner, and I was kind of waiting for Word to figure out what he liked and what he didn't like. So I had a space plan idea all set in my head, but he doesn't like space, so we're changing it. So I thought with the big sun and then some really mind-crunching troubleshooting with my friend Angie and her husband and stuff like that, we just thought we'd do like a big, like a dunes and a truck and a car, or a couple of trucks and a motorbike or something, maybe like some little race going on. So that's what's going to go on here. So right now we're going to concentrate on the sun so I can work my way down. So I've kind of set some little not fancy, but just puttering around. Nothing really even too consistent. I've just kind of been fancying around with the needle and just having some fun, and I'm just filling in the sun rays back and forth like this. So sorry for the technical issue we had on the weekend project. It was just a bad gig after a bad gig. The first film that we did, this quilt, the file got corrupted, and then when we shot the green one, the microphone wasn't working very right. So we apologize for that. It was just a bad tech day, and now we're just trying to plug away and fix at it. So hence we're doing take 2 for this quilt. I'm just filling it in, nothing really doing anything too exciting. I'm going to come down here, and where this little space is empty here, I'm going to kind of come in and just follow the curve just a little bit. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to make my way from the top to the bottom again. I'll work my way in these little rays. I'm doing a very luxy fabric on the back here. It's like I don't know, it feels like a polar suede, if that makes any sense whatsoever, but it's lovely. It's like a very, very sweet black. I like it. It should be very comfortable and if they don't like the front, they can flip it over to the back. But hopefully they like the front. Okay, so now I'm just going to work some more in these little ray here, a little back and forth, giving that the sun some depth and dimension. Like when someone goes to look at it, I want them to go, what's that, squid? A weird squid or something? Like, what happened in the corner there? Ew. No, it's a sun. I'm trying my best. So we're going to try our best to make it look like a sun. And just echoing your original pattern or thought will give you, that depth and dimension. Okay, now do I want to go back into here and do those? I think I will. I think I'm going to come up around here. I did a nice thick line to outline the circular part of the sun. Kind of highlighted that back and forth a few times. Very excited about tomorrow. Toronto International Centre, Big Quilt Canada. Very, very happy. I have all my quilts to go. They're in a bag just over my shoulder here, right back there. And my friend Angie, who came up from Texas, cut, trimmed, bound 2 of them, and almost a third sitting there waiting for her. But of course we got chatting. That's what happens. Talk about all sorts of stuff. It was a fantastic visit. think I'm just going to come back and do a little pop in there and fill that in. Give it that extra depth. Work on this one. Oop, that one actually wasn't one, but it's now. That's okay. We're adding more depth. We're going to go inside that one. There we go. And over. That's okay. All looks good. Just a lot of free motion fun on this. When it comes to the car and the motorbike or car and truck or whatever, I think cars and trucks is what he likes, so cars and trucks is what's going to happen. I will make sure there's cars and trucks on it. Then we'll tweak a pattern that we actually have here on the Statler that's got a really nice 4x4 truck on it and a really kind of cool sportsy car, and we'll just place those, blow them up a little bit, place them so they're racing, maybe switching back and forth so something's bigger in the foreground or the background or something like that, and switch it up. I think it'll look awesome. Do some like hills and some curves and tweak it all out. You could even do like a cloud up over here if you like. So yeah, check that out. See how it's coming along? It's working its way. All right, so we're gonna start here and I'm gonna work in this big one right here. And then we're gonna come back up and work in this one right here. Okay. Don't worry if you got some little weird wonky little lines. It's all gonna add to the pattern in the end. And if you don't like it, then, you know, just pick it out. You know, it's not a big deal. Don't stress. Have some fun. Relax. If you want to chalk out an idea, do so. It's kind of, I did some scribbles on here before we started. It's not exactly sometimes everything that I follow, but it's a bit of a guideline. I'm just trying to find that second one here. There we go. Follow it down. I love this blue. That blue and the black and the gray together look really, blue and the dark blue and the gray together look fantastic. Oops, oh, we got a bit of a shreddy needle here. Oh, one moment. All right, let's get some. Apparently this spool's been shredding a lot and it's a new needle, so I wonder if it's just the temperature. I guess temperature does affect your thread, so. And it's not like it's old thread. All right, we'll just thread it back up here. Some days is good thread days, some days are bad thread days. All right, there we go. Pull that out the back side. And where did we, oops, get kerfuffled. Oh, right up here, okay. So it still thinks it's attached underneath, so we got to make sure we bring that bobbin up because it was only the top there that got shredded, right? So we need to cut that, make that other one disappear, know that this one is the trim, just trimming it, and we'll come bringing that other tail back up. The joys of thread break. Okay, so now I don't want to get confused of where I'm going and where I've been, so I want to come back up into here, maybe putter down into this one, back up into here, and then down into here. All right, kind of got a little plan, especially when you got some busier stuff going on. You really need to kind of have a bit of a plan to get yourself in and out. I guess you can always just stop and cut your threads, but you know. And then up here, and then we'll do this. We'll see if I can thread it again. Yeah, it did right there. Oh, silly. Get my angry thread face on. Why? Why are you doing this? Pop was working on the couple of the quilts quilt tops that Mandy had dropped off last week while I was at my guild meeting the other night, and he had 8 thread breaks. I felt so bad for him. I didn't see the text till I got home, but you know, I know how frustrating it is, and especially when he's not quite used to it. I know he sees me fiddle around with it all the time, but you know, it's one thing to fiddle around with it. It's two to actually, you know, to deal with it, right? Now remember, like again, the bobbin was solid. There was nothing wrong with the bobbin, so we got to make sure we come up and trim that. Move it away. Make sure you're overlapping. Put a couple of stay stitches in there. Now move those threads out of the way so you don't get confoozled. Maybe I'm going too fast. Maybe that's it. Okay, and I'll do a little back this way, and back up in here, and back this way. And that's pretty much how this is going to turn out. I'm hoping to have it done by next weekend's project. So we can, or sorry, not next Long Arm Wednesday, so we can show you pictures before the show or after the show or something. Because as soon as it's done, I really want to get it to the family. But I do have to get them both done at the same time. Not at the same time, but before they go. So really appreciate you watching today and liking and subscribing and upvoting us on YouTube. VidMe. We really appreciate it. If you check out the Mama Pop Facebook page, you know, there's lots of information there, videos. We have almost 150, I think, if not 150 now, videos. There's lots of stuff, you know. Check it out. I'm sure there's something that will keep you entertained for just a little while, okay? Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you watching and subscribing. Take care, and we'll see you on Weekend Project where we're going to do the MacDougal Parents Quilt, okay? Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.